Hi there Striker, this is our second part of UFO mystery. In a 1948 top-secret document, Swedish authorities advised the USAF Europe that some of their investigators believed these craft to be extraterrestrial in origin. Notable cases, incidents in country of Britain. According to records released on August 5, 2010, British wartime Prime Minister Winston Churchill banned the reporting for 50 years of an alleged UFO incident because of fears it could create mass panic. Reports given to Churchill asserted that the incident involved a Royal Air Force RAF reconnaissance aircraft returning from a mission in France or Germany toward the end of World War II. It was over or near the English coastline when it was allegedly intercepted by a strange metallic object which matched the aircraft's course and speed for a time before accelerating away and disappearing. The aircraft's crew were reported to have photographed the object, which they said had hovered noiselessly near the aircraft, before moving off. According to the documents, details of the cover-up emerged when a man wrote to the government in 1999 seeking to find out more about the incident and described how his grandfather, who had served with the RAF in the war, was present when Churchill and U.S. General Dwight D. Eisenhower discussed how to deal with the UFO encounter. The files come from more than 5,000 pages of UFO reports, letters and drawings from members of the public, as well as questions raised in Parliament. They are available to download from the National Archives website. In the April 1957 West Fugue incident in Scotland, named after the principal military base involved, 2 unidentified objects flying high over the UK were tracked by radar operators. The objects were reported to operate at speeds and perform maneuvers beyond the capability of any known craft. Also significant is their alleged size, which, based on the radar returns, was closer to that of a ship than an aircraft. In the Rendlesham Forest incident of December 1980, U.S. military personnel witnessed UFOs near the airbase at Woodbridge, Suffolk, over a period of 3 nights. On one night the deputy base commander, Colonel Charles I. Holt, and other personnel followed one or more UFOs that were moving in and above the forest for several hours. Col. Holt made an audio recording while this was happening and subsequently wrote an official memorandum summarizing the incident. After retirement from the military, he said he had deliberately downplayed the event, officially termed unexplained lights, to avoid damaging his career. Other base personnel are said to have observed one of the UFOs, which had landed in the forest, and even gone up to and touched it. France. The most notable cases of UFO sightings in France include the Valençol UFO incident in 1965 and the Trans-en-Provence case in 1981. Italy, a UFO sighting in Florence, October 28, 1954, followed by a fall of angel hair, in 1973. An Alitalia airplane left Rome for Naples sighted a mysterious round object. 2 Italian Air Force planes from Ciampino confirmed the sighting. In the same year there was another sighting at Casale Airport near Turin. In 1978, 2 young hikers, while walking on Monte Musine near Turin, saw a bright light. One of them temporarily disappeared and, after a while, was found in a state of shock and with a noticeable scald on one leg. After regaining consciousness, he reported having seen an elongated vehicle and that some strangely shaped beings descended from it. Both the young hikers suffered from conjunctivitis for some time. A close encounter reported in September 1978 in Torrita di Siena in the province of Siena. A young motorist saw in front of him a bright object, 2 beings of small stature who wore suits and helmets. The 2 approached the car, and after watching it carefully went back and rose again to the UFO. A boy who lived with his family in a country house not far from the said he had seen at the same time a kind of small reddish sun. Yet in 1978, there has been also the story of Pier Fortunato Zanfretta, the best known and most controversial case of an Italian alleged alien abduction. Zanfretta said, also with truth serum injected, to have been kidnapped by reptilian-like creatures on the night of the 6th of December and the 7th of December while he was performing his job at Marzzano, In the municipality of Torriglia in the province of Genoa, 52 testimonies of the case from other people were collected. In 2021, a woman from Capolona, a small town in the province of Arezzo, claims to have seen in the sky a strange light object, on the night of January 25. The moment was recorded in video with her phone. The Italian Alien Research Association, ARIA, is investigating the case. United States, on February 28, 1904, there was a sighting by 3 crew members on the USS Supply 300 miles, 483 kilometers, west of San Francisco, reported by Lieutenant Frank Schofield, later to become Commander-in-Chief of the Pacific Battle Fleet. Schofield wrote of 3 bright red meteors, one egg-shaped and the other 2 round, that approached beneath the cloud layer, then soared above the clouds, departing after 2 to 3 minutes. He said the largest had an apparent size of about 6 suns. The Roswell UFO incident, 1947, involved New Mexico civilians, local law enforcement officers, and the U.S. military, the latter of whom allegedly collected physical evidence from the UFO crash site. The Mantle UFO incident on January 7, 1948. The Betty and Barney Hill abduction, 1961, was the first reported abduction incident. In the Kecksburg UFO incident, Pennsylvania, 1965, residents reported seeing a bell-shaped object crash in the area. Police officers, and possibly military personnel, were sent to investigate. The Travis Walton abduction case, 1975. The movie Fire in the Sky, 1993, was based on this event, but greatly embellished the original account. The Phoenix Lights on March 13, 1997, 2006 O'Hare International Airport UFO sighting, the 2004 USS Nimitz UFO incident and 2014 USS Theodore Roosevelt UFO incidents. The USAF's Project Blue Book files indicate that approximately 1% of all unknown reports came from amateur and professional astronomers or other telescope users, such as missile trackers or surveyors. In 1952, astronomer J. Allen Hynek, then a consultant to Blue Book, conducted a small survey of 45 fellow professional astronomers. 5 reported UFO sightings, about 11%. In the 1970s, astrophysicist Peter A. Starrock conducted 2 large surveys of the year and American Astronomical Society, whereas about 5% of the members polled indicated that they had UFO sightings. Astronomer Clyde Tombaugh, who admitted to 6 UFO sightings, including 3 green fireballs, supported the extraterrestrial hypothesis for UFOs and stated he thought scientists who dismissed it without study were being unscientific.